Welcome to the first video for Unit 1, and this is going to be looking at Restless Earth and helping you develop your answers to this question. So, the Unit 1 paper was a little bit harder than the Unit 2 paper, and as a consequence the grade boundaries were slightly lower. Just want to talk you through the answers to these questions. The first question was outline why shield volcanoes form on this type of boundary. Lots of different ways of getting the marks. It was a 2-mark question, so we were looking for 2 ideas. You've got an example in the bottom right hand corner here of something which got 2 marks. Forms on a constructive plate boundary, convection currents pull the plate apart, that would have got you 2. Basaltic magma, low silica and gas, that would have got you marks as well. Lots of different ways of getting the marks, but it was about coming up with 2 separate ideas. Next question, describe the layered structure of the Earth's interior. A lot of you only got 2 marks on this, and the reason behind why was you just gave me a list of the different layers, or a diagram of the different layers, and as a consequence there was a lack of detail. You had to go into a bit more depth, so tell us about what was happening in the lithosphere, what was happening in the asthenosphere, what was happening in the core. Pause the video, read through your mark, read through the model answer on the right hand side, and then think about what it is that you needed to do to improve, and then show how you have improved. Okay, finally, compare the primary impacts of earthquakes in 2 named locations. This was all about looking at the command word, which was compare, and then actually making a comparison. So talking about the fact that X amount of people died here in comparison to X people here, making that comparison, showing the differences, showing the similarities. The answer on the right did not get full marks. It was a good answer, but the reason why it didn't is because it didn't make a comparison. It just did one earthquake and then the other earthquake. Be aware of that. Okay, pause, read through your answer, and then write what you needed to do to improve and develop your answer to improve it. Okay, finally, this is an example of a question which did get 6 marks. And if you read through this, there's clear comparison the whole way through, and you can see why it got the marks. Okay. A couple of questions here to actually help you think about and develop for the future. Using examples, explain the methods of managing earthquakes, so thinking about something a bit different, and then describe the process at a convergent or destructive plate boundary. Again, different ways of asking questions to actually trigger and think about those complex processes that are required.